what is up? This is Trenton with SoundLink Magazine. That is right. The same people running this thing. This is our new brand and stuff. And you guys are the first band we're talking to under the new brand. So.
Oh man, so, if it goes under, you know why.
So who are you and who do you play with and all that cool stuff?
My name's Ryan. My name's Righteous. No.
Righteous.
My name's Ryan, and I'm the singer for the band Righteous Vendetta.
Hell yeah! All right, so this is the second time we've had you guys on the show and everything.
It is.
Talk about the little gun you got in your hand and stuff. I think it's a little packing power and stuff.
This is a Nerf Jolt, and it's kind of like the cricket in Men in Black. It doesn't look powerful, but this thing will poke your eye out.
Oh yeah.
So watch out. So
you try to break into your trailer, you're like shooting them with that, right?
Yeah, we don't need real guns. We just use the Nerf Jolt. $3 at Walmart.
All right, sweet. So you guys are on this tour with Source and FLAW and everything. How's that been going for you guys and all that cool stuff?
It's been good, man. We've had some weird stuff happen. Like we've had everyone got sick at one point, and then our tour manager, this is his first show back, he got hit in the face with a basketball.
Oh, damn.
And he had like his cut open his whole top of his eyelid, and his whole cornea was scratched.
Oh god.
So we've had some weird stuff happen, but it's been good other than that.
So the shows and stuff have been pretty dope and all
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
so.
Awesome, man.
Now you guys are working on, well, you've already worked on new music. That's coming out in a couple of weeks and stuff. So,
yep.
How's the new music been going over with everybody and such?
It's been awesome, man. We released some pretty heavy stuff,
mm-hmm.
and we haven't released something heavy in quite a while.
Yeah.
So when people heard like the new stuff, they were just like, it's heavy again, you know, and they were really excited about that. So it seems to be going over well. I mean, like pretty much on all the platforms, everything's been out for like maybe 2 weeks, and
yeah.
we've already almost touched 100,000 spins.
Nice.
So we're pretty excited about that. Like that's a big number for us that we've never really seen before.
Now, I don't know if the last time we talked, you guys were signed or not, or maybe it was a hush-hush type deal, but you guys are on Century Media and everything, and last time we talked, you talked about how you guys used to be a metalcore band, then you're going for active rock, and now this new stuff is back to not technically metalcore, but it's a lot heavier than what you guys were doing. So
yeah,
this album's been a long time in the making, as you guys have said on your social medias and everything. You guys have been writing and hustling to get this thing done. So how did that all come together and stuff? The style change and everything.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've kind of been looking for that sound that we wanted to be for a while. And, you know, we used to be a metalcore band, and then we went for the active rock thing, and both worlds just weren't like what we, like, we loved them both, but they just weren't exactly what we wanted, per se.
Yeah.
And so this new album was like, I think is a culmination of those two worlds, exactly where we want them to be. So it's like a perfect blend of like radio metal and like just heavy metal in general. And I mean, dude, we wrote like over 70 songs for this album.
Good Lord.
So, and obviously only 13 of them made it. But, I mean, we wrote everything from stylistically from, I mean, so far across the spectrum just to like see what we could do and see what we were best at and what shined through.
Yeah.
And, you know, we had an A&R guy that everything went through the president of the label. So there was so many filters that it went through, and the 13 that made it, it was a very long process.
Yeah.
But we're super happy with them.
Yeah. Now, one thing I don't really ask bands a lot and stuff, you know, they'll say the same stuff. You know, we wrote X number of songs, but only this number made it. So for your band personally, do you guys hold on to those for a rainy day for the next record? Or do you guys just kind of like toss them or whatever?
It just depends. I mean, if something's really, 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 really good, we'll hold on to it. But me and Justin, the other guitar player, we do a lot of writing for other people too.
Okay.
So, you know, some of those songs are actually going to be on upcoming bands releases that'll be coming out soon.
Can you talk about who any of those bands might be?
No.
Guys? Okay.
Yeah, that's for us to know and for no one else to find out.
All right. So, as I said, you guys are in Century Media and stuff. So, how'd that deal come together?
Yeah, I mean, we've been working with those people for, probably 3.5 years now. So they were Street Smart, and then Street Smart was the Century Media people. It became another Century. Then it went back to Century Media, and then it got bought by Sony. We've been with them the whole time.
Oh, wow.
So last time we talked with you guys, it was all the same people.
Okay.
It's just a label, you know, a name now. It's like we're with Century Media, but it's the exact same people we were with before.
Yeah. Okay. So the two singles that are out now, before the album comes out and stuff, why'd you guys pick those to be the two lead singles for this album?
We didn't. We had nothing to do with picking those. We were told what was going to come out, and we better be happy with it.
Are you happy with those 2 songs coming out first?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
War is Killing Us All is one of my favorite songs on the album. It's a really super metal track. But yeah, no, we're cool with the songs. But we did not. We found out. I found out 2 days before War is Killing Us All was coming out. I knew 2 days before. I was like,
wow.
Okay, cool.
All right.
You know?
So talk about the album name and stuff. Where'd that come from? Is there a concept behind the album as a whole, or is it just like a collection of different stories or whatever?
No, it's definitely got like a very constant theme. The album's called Cursed. So super negative, dark right out of the gate, and that's because the entire process of doing the new album and dealing with everything we had to deal with to get this thing out. There was times in the entire recording process where we literally felt cursed. We were like, this is not, we're never going to get through this. Like, this is just the worst. It was super negative time for us. And that translated well into the album because the album's super real and super honest. And I don't want to say the album's negative, but it's very dark and mad. It's like very pissed off. And you can hear it. And so that's a recurring theme throughout the album. And I'm really stoked for people to hear that because like there was times when I was actually singing to the mic mad, like I was actually mad.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of how that all came about.
Were there any influences you guys are using to put into this new sound and the whole like angriness of it? Or?
I mean, yeah, I grew up, man, in like the 2008, like 2007, 8, 9 metalcore, like when that was huge, and like Asley Dying was like, that's like my favorite band of all time. So, I mean, I pull influence from that era of, metalcore, and I was a huge hardcore fan, like Throwdown and all those really just like pissed off hardcore bands. And so, I mean, we draw influence from that. Huge In Flames fan. I like a lot of pop music. Okay. So the influence comes from everywhere, man. Yeah. It's just it's kind of random all over the place.
Okay. So what are the goals for this record? Were you expecting it to take you guys, or where do you guys want to take it to where you haven't gone yet?
Yeah, I mean, we just want to sell a lot of albums, and we want people to like the music, and we want to be on big tours, playing in front of a lot of people. I mean, just that's what we want to do. That's why we, in the end, you got to be playing in front of people to have a career in music. So it's like, we've been playing so long, not having, playing in front of small crowds, and we want to take that next step of like playing in front of big crowds and selling a lot of albums and selling a lot of merch, so that it's, there's just that like natural progression that you want to get.
Yeah.
And that's the goal with it. We want to take that next step.
All right. What's after this tour for you guys? Any spring, summer stuff coming up?
We hope so, man. I mean, we don't really know. That's really up to like the marketing team and stuff. I'd love to be, but they haven't told us anything yet.
So you don't have anything like set in stone yet or anything?
Nah.
Okay, awesome. Well, so where have you guys toured? Have you guys toured anywhere around the world or just in America so far?
We've toured America, and then we've done Europe.
Okay, so one new question I'm gonna try out on you this time.
Okay.
So
I'm like a guinea pig.
Yeah, you're like the test rabbit here. Is how has I guess touring the world or the country kind of like impacted your view of it from before you started touring in a band?
I mean, I started touring in a band when I was 18 years old, so I didn't really like. My opinions of the world were probably a little different.
Yeah.
Just because I was 18, and I at this point I only know what it's like to be touring.
Yeah.
At this point, it's been 8 years now.
Yeah.
So, I always used to think that like when being on the East Coast was like the world was just a different place, but I'm just like it's really the same, just a little bit flatter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that reality to me was like, oh, everything's pretty much the exact same across everywhere. Going to Europe, though, on the other hand, was crazy because it's just so much. Everything's old.
Yeah.
And the people over there are just so different, and they love rock and roll, man. Like, like the U.S. is like, it's so sad, like how much no one cares here. But you go to Europe, man, and no-name bands are selling 1,000 tickets for a show.
Yeah.
And it's like, we played so many sold-out shows over there, and we were with, it was us, no one knew who we were, and another American band that really nobody knows who they are.
Yeah. And
the shows were just ridiculous, man. Like, just everyone was crazy. So that was a huge, like, kind of shock factor. And, like, I'm like, man, why do we even tour in America, man? It's like we just go to Europe. So
yeah, you guys are planning to go back there again?
I'd love to, man. It's just really expensive and really hard
for sure.
to make happen.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I got a fun one for you, and we'll let you go here.
All right.
So I used the Taylor Swift one on you last time, so I got to pull out another one this time.
Okay.
And that is, if you could, I'm sure you're familiar with Fearless Records and stuff. So if they decide to bring back the whole Punk Goes series and did a Punk Goes Disney, what song would Righteous Vendetta cover?
The Aladdin song.
Which one?
I can show you the world.
There we go. Yeah,
that one.
Okay, I got you.
Mainly just because that's the only one I know, like by heart. But it's really good.
Yeah.
But dude, Disney has so many good tracks.
They do. Yeah.
Man, Beauty and the Beast is great, which is coming out soon. But yeah, I'd say the Aladdin.
Okay.
Oh, what's that song called? I can show you.
I don't know. I guess Josh doesn't know either.
That one, Aladdin.
That one, the Aladdin song. The
Aladdin song.
There you go. All right, man. Well, thanks for talking to us today. If you have any thing else you want to plug and stuff, you can say that real quick. So.
Y'all can pre-order the new album on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, or you can go to merch now and search Righteous Vendetta and pre-order a physical copy of the new album as well as the exclusive T-shirt for the new album. All that helps. Love for you to hear the album. And if you do it on iTunes and Amazon, you get 2 tracks immediately off the new album. So there's a little incentive you can jam right away.
Instant gratification right there.
Instant grat. There you go.
All right, man. Well, thanks for talking to us today.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sweet.